Hi, my name's Cherie Turner, and I'm with Client First Capital. And I'm here to talk with you today about one of everybody's least favorite topics, tax season. Now, personally, math has always been one of my favorite topics, and I've always enjoyed working with numbers. So I believe in trying to make finance fun. So for this reason, I've actually written a poem entitled Tax Season I'd like to share with you today. Some news I have for you, my friend. Tax season is here again. Don't forget, because it's not funny. Uncle Sam, he wants his money. Your income sources might be varied. Filing status, single or married. No need to hide, run, or retreat. Just start by collecting all your receipts. Grab your W 2 if you have one this year, and make sure your business income is clear. If you've rental income, you'd better tell, and capital gains are included as well. All income is combined to see what your tax bill is going to be. But don't let taxes make you frown. There are plenty of ways to bring them down. The number of dependents you can claim, donations made in your own name. Count your deductions to the letter, and credits to tax due are even better. Don't delay, complain, or pout. Putting it off will only stress you out. So call your advisor and CPA and get those taxes done today. I know it's a little bit corny, but let's break it down a little bit. As I referenced, if you worked for someone else this year, you probably got a W-2. You should have that in hands by now. For those of you who are either self-employed or perhaps you did a side gig this year, you're going to report that income on your Schedule C. Any capital gains that you might have earned are going to be reported on your Schedule D. One thing to keep in mind is that typically that income is reported through a 1099. However, depending on the types of investments you might have made, you might also receive a K1, K2, or K3. Some of these documents are not always available by April 15th. So in the event that they're not, you want to be sure to inform your CPA that you need to file an extension this year. Going on, if you had any rental, royalty, trust, or partnership income, that's going to be claimed on your Schedule E. And for those of you who had any farming income, appropriately, that's filed on your Schedule F. So next, you're going to want to tally up all your deductions, all your itemized deductions, and then you're going to compare that against the standard deduction and see which position is more advantageous for you. One thing that's nice is that even if you don't itemize, you are still able to claim up to $300 per individual for donations made for the year. Lastly, you're going to want to make sure that you take advantage of any and all tax credits you are eligible for, including the child tax credit, child independent care credit, any education tax credits. The nice thing about these is that they're not taken off of your income, but taken directly off of your taxes owed. For those of you who may own your own business, especially if it is a C corporation, you're actually going to have to file a separate tax return. Most companies do use a typical calendar year, in which case that tax return will also be due on April 15th. If, however, your corporation uses a different fiscal year, more appropriate to your business, then that tax return is going to be due 4 months and 15 days after the close of your fiscal year. One thing to keep in mind as you are wrapping up your taxes and you get that done and completed for the year, this is an excellent time to take a step back and just kind of assess the situation. How did your income come out compared to where you expected it to be? Did you earn less, more, or about what you expected? Were you able to set aside into savings what you had anticipated for this year? Essentially, it's time to take a look at your financial plan and ensure that you're still on track. Also, looking and considering, did you have any personal changes in your life this year that would affect your objectives and priorities and goals that you're addressing through that financial plan? Lastly, I'd like to point out that on and around April 15th, accidents do increase. So please get those taxes done and don't leave it to the last minute. Again, I'm Cherie Turner. It's been my pleasure to talk with you today about tax season. If you'd like to learn more, You can find us at clientfirstcap.com. Thank you so much.